Welcome to this week's episode of Budget Arena, where we're going to play some Golgari Zombies, or Zomberts, as I want to call them. I don't know why I call them that. Oh yeah, because I made a token once. I doodled a token and called it Zombert, so that's why we're calling it this. Anyways, moving on from that obviously important information, we are playing, well, we're adding green to this deck, mostly just for Molder Hulk, and getting the recursion from Molder Hulk, Memorial to Folly, and of course I added some Rhizome, or is it Rhizome Lurcher? I don't know. And then Glowspore Shaman to get back our Memorial to Follies and stuff like that. Otherwise, it's just pretty much a black zombie deck, but we do have a little bit of an undergrowth package here because, as you can see, we have Necrotic Wound, and Lotleth Giant, which will be huge. And with how much we mill ourselves, we can try to use like Liliana Untouched by Death. If budget weren't an issue, I'd probably add another Liliana and a few more Contempts. But yeah, unfortunately, that's not the case. And I like the Singleton Rise from the Graves because it also can steal an opponent's threat, and that threat will also be a zombie, thus giving it potentially +1/+1 from Death Baron. And as you can see there, we have Gravedigger, which is a 4-mana 2/2. Whenever it comes into play, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. This means you can do a little bit of a fun loop where you get Gravedigger to get back Gravedigger, which would then pull something else, or once again get back the other Gravedigger. So you always have a little 2/2. Yes, it's just a 2/2 for 4, but could be fun. Also, it just gives you value if you're able to return it with a, I don't know, any like you can get something back later with Memorial to Folly, so you get 2 bodies instead. But mostly, let's go over what's the core of the deck here. I would say is going to be these 3 cards. Obviously, we have all the zombies, but Molder Hulk, as I told you, is one of the key cards because you're going to be milling yourself with Stitcher Supplier, all this other stuff. Growth Spore Shaman. And then this will allow it so that we get a Molder Hulk for significantly cheaper because with Undergrowth, this spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature card in your graveyard. When Molder Hulk enters the battlefield, return target land from your graveyard to the battlefield. You've seen this already out of the Golgari graveyard deck. And so what I'm doing here is I'm just adding this because it's a zombie on top of that. And so you just get to infinitely grind just big 6/6s out against decks that are using spot removal that don't exile. And then, of course, you have Lotleth Giant, though just a singleton and could potentially be more a 2 of. It is a nice way to get that last bit of reach. I was deciding between this and like Golgari Raiders, as Golgari Raiders is a haster and has Undergrowth, and it enters the battlefield with counters equal to the number of creatures in your yard, which is sweet and all, but with the amount of things that can probably block it and it doesn't have trample, I don't want to deal with that. So I'd rather just pay 3 more mana, get a Lotleth Giant, which makes it so that when it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to target opponent for each creature card in my graveyard. On top of that, it's a zombie and leaves me with a 6/5, so flavor points, and it's got a big body. And it's a pretty sweet art. And then lastly, the kind of like this is the only rare that you kind of have to have. It's Death Baron. It's a zombie lord or skeleton lord, as you've seen from my Rakdos skeleton deck. Yeah, you have to the zombies get +1/+1 and then get Death Touch. So they're small, little dirtily, like 1/1s and 2/2s and stuff like that. Giving them Death Touch makes it so that if your opponent blocks, it's usually a bad trade. Of course, they could always just answer Death Baron with Shock, but that kind of forces them to have it and whatnot. But if budget also weren't an issue, I'd probably play more some Midnight Reapers. So then our 3 drops would be 4 Death Barons and probably like 3 Midnight Reapers. Let's without holding you up any longer though, let's see how the deck does, and I'll see you all in the arena. Good luck, Dom Lag. All right, I'll keep this hand. We do have some green sources, which makes our turn 1 play a little awkward. Well, we're gonna go ahead and lead with Memorial to Folly. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, that's pretty good for us. Getting a swamp here and being able to play 2 1-drops, I will take that deal. Next turn, we'll go ahead and lead. We'll go ahead and go off with put the Midnight Reaper. I want to put another Midnight Reaper into this deck, actually. But for the sake of the budget, I'm not going to go too wild on all my rares. The only rare I think we need for sure is just the Death Barons, because, I mean, Death Touch and making it so we get some kind of Anthem effect is very important. Vanquisher's Banner is a thing too, but I'd rather just play Midnight Reapers. Ooh. Go Molder Hulk? Go to combat. Go to combat. See what they do about this. 6/6. It's fine. I'm going to play this Tattered Mummy. Get some damage on the board with this. So if they blow up my board, they still take 2, right? Right. Then they go ahead and let's just say they Gates Ablaze, which I assume they have. Then we're gonna go and play Grave Digger. I mean, not Grave Digger's Cage. Grave Digger, and then go grab Midnight Reaper. Oh, that's 3 life. That's lame. Healing is cheating. Oh, come on, buddy. You can't be healing. That's a ram. Okay. Healing is cheat. Blocking is cheat. Yeah, alright, sure. Let's go ahead and play a Ravenous Chupacabra. Try to target our friendly ram here that's in front of us. That is very rudely blocking the way. I feel like they're about to drop an angel on us, too. We're gonna draw so many cards if they board wipe right now. It's gonna feel great. Unless it's like, surprise, son, I got Cry the Carnarium in my Gates deck. Then okay, sure. You got me. You got me. There's Gates Ablaze. So I draw 5 cards with that. And I mill 3. I like that. My Necrotic Wound's about to be massive. Oh, good. And we milled like 2 lands in the... Ooh. Nice. Nice. Drew a lot of nothing there. That was a whole lot of nothing. Okay. Let's see what we can possibly hit. I'll play keep calling it that. Stitcher Supplier. It's not a Grave Digger's Cage. It's Grave Digger. Like the monster truck. And we found a Lotleth Giant. Where it at? There it at. Grab a Lotleth Giant. We're, what, a few turns away, though. We're 3-5, so we have our 6th mana here. This is 7. Right now, Undergrowth is at 9. Undergrowth is at 9. Lotleth Giant is our reach. Hope they don't counterspell us. Or play an Angel and gain like 400 life. Let me see exactly how many gates they have. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4 gates. It's 2 life per gate, so that's gain 8. Oh boy. It'd be much worse, and it's about to happen very soon. We're gonna hold on the Grave Digger so we can rebuild the board. Oh, Shivan Fire. Rude. I'm just gonna buy back the other Grave Digger. I did not say Grave Digger's Cage this time. Who's proud of me? How many creatures in the yard? I can actually grab this too. Take the action. Drop the Molder Hulk. Get back a Swamp. Get in there for some damage. Hopefully. Alright, no Angel from the opponent, but they have the 2 white sources. That's 2, 4, 6 gates. Times 2, that's 12 health. They blow up my board again, I get to mill. I mean, I get to put 3 in the yard, so that's 12 damage. Putting them... Oh, that would negate the life gain of the Angel, at least. Oh, well, if Stitcher Supplier dies, that means it could potentially mill more, which is nice. We do have the Memorial to Folly to also just buy it back. Gravedigger is such a sweet, like, uncommon. I mean, it doesn't really look like a zombie to me. Oh, my lord. Okay. Sure. They have gained control of my zombies. I would like to play Lotleth Giant. Bam! Nice! Thunderface, good luck, opponent. That was a pretty sweet... Okay, I do like killing with Lotleth Giant. That always feels good. No self-mill. We have a Tattered Mummy Death Baron? Sure. I mean, we have a Golgari Guildgate anyways. This seems keepable. We're on the draw. Maybe we draw something decent. That's actually obvious because our whole deck is decent. So no matter what, we were going to hit something. Alright, let's go ahead and play Golgari Guildgate. Play Stitcher Supplier next turn. They're either on blue-red or Guildgate Control. Blue-red has a lot of shocks. Yep. This is going to be a fun one. Alright, we got to get our Lothlith Giants. Play 2 of those, but I don't, because I don't want a full 4. 4 of those is way too many. It's 7 mana. Can't even cheat it out, really. Unless we reanimate it with Rise from the Graves. We could play Tattered Mummy. But then that doesn't do much. Oh, it is Drake's. Okay, so we're going to need some help here from our deck. I mean, we could technically fire off Stitcher Supplier's next turn, be mana efficient with our turn right now. If they play a Drake, it won't matter, right? Because we just play Death Baron and punch through for at least 2. Unless they decide to block, but I don't think we're that lucky. Yep, go ahead and just play Death Baron. Attack. See if they block. Wait, really? Oh, nice! We got a block? Nice. Death Touch! Feels good to have Death Touch. And I'll see you later, Death Baron. You were a 3 mana removal spell. Kinda. See what we can find with Stitcher Supplier. We have 1 creature in the yard. 2, 3. Oh, we need to stop milling our Liliana. That's starting to hurt emotionally. I was like playtesting this deck and I constantly would mill my singleton Liliana. Like, why do this to me, game? Please stop. Alright, well, we're gonna send it in again with Death Touch. I think they won't block this time. I just have a hunch. I don't know what it is. See you later, Death Baron. You were a good friend. That's mighty rude. That's the thing that blocks me. Well, I guess we got another Death Baron. Send them all in. The hordes of Death Barons don't stop coming. It's like that Smash Mouth song. Death Baron's a lot like the years. That's 1, 2, 3 spells from our opponent in the yard, right? 4 spells in the yard. 3, 4. This does Enigma Drake doesn't check exile, fortunately, so Honey, I Shrunk My Drake. I like it. This is 5. If they swing in, that's 5, 7, 9. Oh, this will be pretty good for us. Nice. Okay, cool. I mean, let's just get rid of the Enigma Drake, right? And then just swing in. Alright, so they're down to 5. Terramander requires them to use a chunk of their mana, and it only becomes a 5/5. After that, you know, it's still just going to be a 5/5. Whereas the Enigma Drake will eventually blow up and become this massive threat and destroy my existence. Hey, a Crackling Drake. That's a pretty good card. Luckily, we can swing past this. I think that's lethal no matter what. Yeah, that's lethal no matter what. Nice! GG's. Little Sheezy. Good luck, opponent. Alright, 2-0 so far with this Golgari Zombies deck. Maybe there's some truth to this. I really did wish Zombies like actually got played. I mean, Death Baron was in Standard. Kind of a bummer that it never... I don't know, Death Baron hasn't even made an appearance. The token's really cool. I mean, the promo. Put it in my Zombies EDH deck of Death Baron. So sweet. That artwork is gorgeous. Alright, so it looks like our opponent's going to opt... Oh no, no creatures. We know literally lands and spells. A really good land too, but Growth Spore. Growth Spore Shaman can grab the land back. Also Molderhold. Well, send in another Stitcher Supply. There we go. There's some... I swear. What'd I tell you? Every time. That's our Singleton Liliana. In playtesting, we mill it. And while filming, we mill even more. Oh, there should just be a Liliana mill counter. How many times do I mill my Liliana this video? Well, I guess at most it would be 7 times, right? Unless I have a way to shuffle my graveyard back in. Which I could, hypothetically, even though I know I don't. It's an Enigma Drake. The big Enigma Drake. Alright, yeah. Well, when I say big, it's got 1 toughness. That's more than my deck can handle right now. Oh, send him in. Send him in. See if they want to block it. Please block it. What do we send to the yard? 2 creatures at least. Or 3 lands. How painful. Boy, 3 lands. It's just as great as I remember it. Oh wait, no, I could have killed this. You're right. Before anyone lets me know, YouTube, yeah, I could have killed the Drake. Never mind. I saw what happened. This dying, the Stitcher Supplier does count towards the bodies in yard. And it already took the 1 damage. Yes, yes. I understand. We're going to just pretend, though, that never happened. Correct. That's right, YouTube. It never happened. Crackling Drake. Problematic. Sure. Well, that needs to die more than the Enigma Drake, because Crackling Drake does check Exile, which can be a problem. What do we draw? Paragraph Ghoul. Don Gulio. Alright, what do we mill? Land. Okay, well. This costs 3 mana. We get back the Memorial to Folly. Yeah, that's pretty dope. Alright, I'll do that. Get rid of this Crackling Drake. It's exiled, which is pretty sweet. We now have a 6/6. There's a lot of creatures in our graveyard. My concern here is that they go like Lava Coil, or Bacon Bolt. Or Lava Coil first. But Bacon Bolt doesn't do anything, actually, because Bacon Bolt, there's only an opt. So if they go double Lava Coil? Oh, Electrostatic Field. An electrifying field. Oh, Discovery. Nice. We're going to take 1. Fine. I will. I'll take the 1, but not because... Well, only because I'll allow it. Not because I have nothing to say about it. Just kidding. Can't do it. Alright, that's what? 1 other spell in the yard? Man, who would have known it would be this difficult to click on the graveyard? And they say you don't need a nice mouse to play Magic. I say thee nay. Get in there. 6 damage. How do you feel? Acceptable. Alright, before we do anything else, let's make sure. If I pop this Memorial to Folly, did I play land this turn? I sure did. What do I get back? I can get back a Death Baron. Seems fun. Rhizome Lurcher. That seems fun. Okay, let's just go ahead and play the Growth Spore Shaman first. Chupacabra's pretty sweet. I do want the Memorial to Folly, however. So the Chupacabra offers us a removal spell. So I will not play the Diregraph Ghoul this turn. No need to. No need to. They know about the Ravenous Chupacabra. Goodbye, Glowspore Shaman. You were the best of us. Rhizome Lurcher, though, does get +1/+1 for number of creature cards in my graveyard. How many creatures do I have right now? I have like 8 cards in my yard, 8 creatures, so it becomes an 8/8. We take 3. This gets dived. If we get dived down, it's going to feel real bad. So, once again, if we get dived down, it's going to feel pretty bad. Only one of these can happen. Dive down is Blowout Central. This puts us on a 2-turn clock. And gets rid of the Drake, which is pretty nice. I'm not going to lie to you. I guess let's go for this. Get back the Chupacabra. Attack. Try to blow up Enigma Drake. Alright, nice. We got the Enigma Drake. Then we're going to go ahead and play Diregraph Ghoul, pass back to the opponent. You know, this deck might just work without even any of the rares. I mean, obviously, Death Baron's a very good card, but... So they pump. I still send in my 2. I send in the Chupacabra because I want the Chupacabra to die. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in the yard. That's 8 mana total. They would have to completely tap out. Okay, cool. So they do. I'm down to 8. Let me think here. I rise from the graves. That's a really good draw, first off. But is it good enough to do anything right now? It forces lethal. Right? Because, I mean, they what, block the biggest threat here? Which would be Molder Hulk? But is that enough? I don't think that's enough, right? Let's see what's in their hand or in their graveyard. Electrostatic Field. We have a Flyer. How many spells do we have? 1, 2. So it'd be a 2/4. Doesn't seem good. Getting Death Baron here does really not save us because they just block. They block there, they die. Yeah, okay, cool. So it's grab Death Baron. That's the game plan. Grab Death Baron. All attack. They go to 1. They have to block something. Okay. Death Baron does have Death Touch, so we get rid of that. Alright, here it comes. Do they have a Lightning Strike? Do they have a way to haste us out of this game? And we have enough mana where if they kill the Death Baron, we can get it back. Unless it's Lava Coiled. Oh, they just said good game to us. Oh, nice! Another win. Kaitem, good luck. You know, this deck has a lot of power to it. So far. I'll try this. Okay, sure. Maybe this is a bit greedy, but we'll try this. Come on, give me the Black Source. Darn it. This probably won't help me with the Black Source department, will it? But it will mill a ton of things into the yard. I'd hit, like, all creatures on its way in and on its way out. Well, 0 creatures. Also, one of our best removal spells is gone currently. Really needed this to be any creatures to decrease the cost of this. Alright, well, here it comes. Land. Nope. Well, we may miss the land this turn, but what about next turn? Here it is. Next turn. I'll get a swamp, then I'll be able to play. Oh, no. Stop it. Stop it. No. Okay. Well, here's another Dire Graph Ghoul. We're drawing the play set. Here we go. What happens now? What are they playing? That's very, very unfortunate for us. Okay. No. No. Stop milling my lands. Thank you. You're a little bit late, but okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and play Midnight Reaper and be mana efficient. I could try to go Grafdigger. I need to stop calling it Grafdigger's Cage. Gravedigger. Gravedigger. Same card, right? Same card. That's a Gate Colossus. That, like, embarrasses everything I do. Interesting. Well, Death Baron, please. I guess. Play Gravedigger. Get back Rhizome Launcher, or whatever that is. Lurcher. We'll pass. Believe it or not, I will not be swinging into a Gate Colossus here. It's weird, I know. If they lifelink this is so painful. Can we even race this either? I don't know. Send that bad boy in. 2. Here's the bad part. Where they go Deafening Clarion, lifelink, wipe my board. I'll tell you what. We'll not go to 1. I think I might actually have to block this, won't I? Well, no, but they want the lifelink off of Deafening Clarion. Gates Ablaze. Very rude. Okay. Take the damage. Okay, I'll take the damage. Yeah, I guess I'll take more damage, sure. Oh, please don't kill this. Please don't kill my Rhizome Lurcher. Oh. No. I'm at 1. Well, 1 is not dead, right? Isn't that the old saying, right? 1 is not dead, so very true. 1 is not dead yet. Just at a comfortable 1. I love it. I feel like home when I'm at a comfortable 1 here. There's a battlefield, return target land, so it can return into play. But I have no need for anything outside of the guild gate right now. So let's go ahead and Chupacabra blow up this gate colossus. They gained a lot of life back there, unfortunately. A lot of life that I did not want to give. How many gates do they have? 1, 2, 3. They have 3 gates. Oh, come on! Good luck, McNar. Please don't expansion explosion me for one. I'm gonna keep this. This is the first time I haven't had to actually, like, one of the few games where I don't mill my Liliana. That was a very intense finish there. Huh. They had the deafening. That was brutal. That Gates matchup last round was brutal. Is it mono white time? Alright, creatures. I'd like that swamp, but okay. 2 creatures means that my Molder Hulk is currently 7 mana. I can live with this deal so far. Mono white. Pride Maiden. Ah, it's tapped. Oh well. Pass. What's their way of gaining life now? That's my concern. What's their engine? That's a card. Yeah, okay. No arguments there, friend. Okay, we're gonna leave back Stitcher's Supplier. Force the removal from our opponent to deal with Death Baron, or else we just block a Johnny's Pridemate. Pretty good. Seems pretty good. Darn it. Guess I'll just go ahead and leave this behind. Can I swing through my opponent's board? The longer I wait, the more I give them time to, like, build up. But I have Liliana. It's fine. I'll try to wait. Next turn, I'll go Stitcher's Supplier. Plus Tattered Mummy. Oh my gosh. They are going wide. Okay. I see you, opponent, and I raise you. Zombies. Give something -3. Kill the Ajani's Pridemate right now. Forces them into attacking me. But then I lose Lily. Let's see what I can find with Stitcher's Supplier. Land, Midnight Reaper. I'll send in 1 Stitcher's Supplier. They're down to 17. Obviously, they'll just send 2 Knights into block. If it's Death Baron swinging. Oh, it's the best threat I've ever seen in my life. It's a Healer's Hawk. I actually have to stop that. Oh no. Hello. This has become a problem. 6, 9. So this puts us down to 9. Then we lose a threat. But we mill 3 more cards. We have to get rid of the Healer's Hawk in the skies. Can I take 12? I go down to 6. I can't attack anymore. Nah, I'll just take 12. We'll play Lily. Lily comes down. Lily will minus on Healer's Hawk.
You've been feeling scared.
3/5, so we have exactly the same amount of creatures on board. What do they have? Another one. I have to block almost all of these, right? I can let 1 through, so 1 thing can live. Ah, that's so rough. Unbreakable formations are wrecking me. Am I just dead, though? I think I am. I think I'm just actually dead. There's nothing I have here actually can beat all these 4/4s now. Yeah, they lose 2 life, whatever, but they're vigilant. Ah, my Chupacabra's gone. Other Chupacabra's gone. And I drew a land. Okay, so that's bad as it could go for us, I think. Could it get worse? I guess it could. Can we rebuild? I don't think so. Just play what? Molder Hole. Gets me one of these lands back. Doesn't really do much. I could -2, kill off. Get Stitcher Supplier. I actually should have probably played this first before playing the Molder Hulk. 4 zombies. -2, killing the Ajani's Pride Mate. That's 4 zombies across the board.
Sorry to give you a fright.
Oh, more knights. Okay. Ooh, these knights are dunking us. And that's gonna kill us. That Adonto Vanguard is gonna kill us for sure. 3, 6, 7. We have 7 mana. What do we do? Definitely not getting a Midnight Reaper, that's for sure. Creatures we have in the yard. We have 10. I guess we could try to hit a Golgari Grave thingy. The one that pings for each creature. I'm gonna pop 3, 6, 7. So I have to be able to play 2 creatures right now. I can go blow that up, get back a Chupacabra. Chupacabra picks off one of the 4/4s, right? That means they'll have 3 6 creatures, but we'll only have 5 creatures at that point. So I have to be able to go pop, so it has to be a 1-drop. And I don't have any 1-drop that I can. Oh, I do. Stitchers. Unfortunately. Play the Stitcher Supplier. Mill 3 more. Play the Tattered Mummy. Okay, so we have enough to match across the board. Vanguard goes in front. I mean, gets blocked by Molder Hulk. Everything else goes in front of the Knights. And then the Death Baron moves over to the 2/2 Knight. If only Plague Belcher were here, too. That'd be nice. Block. 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 Oh, no, we're dead either way, then. Wait. Oh, right. They were able to make 2 Knights last turn, so I'm still dead either way. Doesn't matter. Brutal. Xaxes. Good luck, Ying Ever, I think. Jace, I think, might be silent. I don't know. I'll keep this hand. We have Diregraph Ghoul. Necrotic Wound is not going to kill anything right now, but, you know, eventually. Where have our 3/1 elves been? Our 2-drop 3/1 elves. Those are the cards we need right now. Okay. So, oh, wait. Is this like Big Red or something? Interesting. Alright, play Diregraph. I mean, we have a moderately aggressive start if we can... They tap out again. We at least get in for 6, put them to 12. Dire Fleet Daredevil. Okay. This will be a slight concern for me. You see, if I just play the Death Baron, they kill it, I'm in trouble, right? So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get got by that. Instead, what I'm going to hope for is that this Glowspore Shaman actually hits at least 1 creature. Okay, cool. And I do want another land, so grab that forest, put that on top. Get rid of the, whatever, the Dire Fleet Daredevil. Sweet. Send in some damage here. Hope they don't have any board clears. Oh, that'd be terrifying. Okay. We have 7 damage on board. How do you deal, opponent? Try the Carnarium, by the way, is a very good way to deal. Alright, Rick's Mahdi. See, now I'm okay with playing the Death Baron, because if he gets blown up, it's just whatever, right? Sure. I still at least kill the Rixmati. At some point. But I could set up a bigger blowout turn if I blow this up now. That's 7 damage. I mean, I guess I don't really have anything to play with if they wipe my board, right? Yeah, but let's get 7 damage, and I like the sound of that. Chupacabra. Coming in, blowing up Rixmati. Push 7. So Cry the Carnarium, or whatever, Golden Demise, Ritual of Soot, those sweepers blow us out ridiculously. Chain Whirler does not. Chain Whirler is brutal, but it does not end us. Do this, he goes to 2, doesn't he? Yep. Chain Whirler having first strike is really being a nuisance right now. I still send in the team. Blocks the Diregraph Ghoul. The Diregraph Ghoul dies. Chain Whirler lives due to first strike. But we get 5 damage through, hypothetically. So, this turn, they need to play either 2 threats or a removal spell plus a threat, or just 2 removal spells. Right now, we are just pushing enough damage if we can get any one of our threats on board through. Well, but they kept something on top, so it's obviously a way to stay alive. Do I even have Siege Gang? Okay, that's very good. That's very efficient at what we would say killing my board would be like. Chain sitting in front of me is very annoying. I don't think the opponent will be nice enough to fling a Goblin Chain Whirler at one of my cards, will they? No, they will not. They will not fling anything. That, however, is nice. Okay, so I have my choice to pick off one of these threats. Siege Gang Commander uses their mana. Goblin Chain Whirler literally just eats my whole board. Will always eat one of my boards. I like getting rid of the Goblin Chain Whirler here. Get a ton of their tokens out of the way. What I want to do. Let's get all their tokens out of the way. Sure. Death Baron down. Because either way, they were going to blow up my Death Baron at some point if they untapped. Sure. I have no creatures. Okay, we're going to go Rhizome Lurcher. I do not want the Siege Gang Commander to die, because if it dies, it comes back onto their side of the board. That's a problem. We no longer have a Chupacabra in the yard because it got exiled due to Lava Coil. So it's a 7/7 Lurcher. We just need to remove the Siege Gang. That would be ideal if they don't have removal too. Or one more land, Lotlith Giant. That's all we need to do to survive here. Land and Lotlith Giant. I mean, they just fling the Siege Gang and then they block and fling the Siege Gang to get all their tokens back. Next turn. That's definitely a line. I mean, that's the best line. Okay, removal spell. I mean, if I don't do something, they're just going to send it at my face anyways, so may as well block. Make them use their mana or something. Sure. K2, send it upstairs. What do they have? What do I have? I should be worried. Getting a Gravedigger back is pretty sweet for them. That's good for them. But no, that's too much mana for them. Let's play another Lurcher. Big ol' 7/7s. That's all we want. Right? Like, technically they go Gravedigger, get back their siege gang commander. That nets them +1 body. That's the best line for them. Yep. There we go. Yep. They spend all their mana, though, so that's nice. Or except for 1, but whatever. I think they'll be okay with that. We send in 2, they chump with 2 goblins. Oh, no. Hopefully they target Necrotic Wound. Darn. They saw the line. They saw the correct line. Yeah, that's pretty good. And that gets him 2 life. That's not going to help me at all. Oh, gross. How do I break through this wall of siege gang commanders? I'm playing the Stitcher Supplier because if they have another Eldest Reborn, we're going to need to sack something, right? So may as well sack the Stitcher Supplier. They also have enough mana now to play siege gang, send one of their goblins flying. Just, how many creatures? 6. Still, just 1 Lotleth Giant. I mean, we need to land first, but Lotleth Giant would be so clutch here. Or Memorial to Folly would be sweet. Because then... Gravedigger's good. Well, let's send in Rhythm Lurcher. Come on, get in there. Block with Gravedigger? Oh, but why? You don't want to send in your Gravedigger? Send my Gravedigger back to the yard? The Shadow Realm, if you would. Six creatures. We pull one out. That's 5 creatures. That's 4 mana to play. Is that even enough? Not enough to really... Stitcher Supplier dying would be very nice for us, but... This is tough. This is tough. I want the Gravedigger. I wish that Gravedigger would have died, but they didn't. Oh, this is rough. Okay. Like, Death Baron's not going to help, right? Death Baron is not going to help here. Gravedigger grabbing a Molder Hulk is another 6/6 body they have to deal with. So, yeah, sure. At this point, why not? Let's just start going wide again. Don't play anything that dies to a Chain Whirler. So, Molder Hulk, you do not die to a Chain Whirler. Concern is I can't play you this turn, so can they make me discard you? Here's hoping Stitcher Suppliers dies, gets a Memorial to Folly. Like, hits a Memorial to Folly. And I don't know, like 2 creatures or something, like a Lotleth Giant would be beautiful. And we have no good spells except for Necrotic Wound, but Necrotic Wound means that there's only 2 creatures, so they kill our Gravedigger. Sure. Or maybe they hit Stitcher Supplier so that I don't get to draw any cards. Who knows? Yeah, well, you know. Thought I'd ask. Guess not. I want to mill stuff, so this needs to die. And it's not attacking ever, because Direfleet Daredevil has first strike. Oh, I guess we got rid of 2 lands. That feels good. Yeah, we'll need to draw another. It's not so good, however. This is rough. So you send that upstairs. They're down to 2 goblins. That's 4 more damage. Alright, now we play the Molder Hulk that's known. Sure, grab a forest. Why not? Hold on to this land that they don't know about, and then pass back to them. How dead am I? Block Siege Gang. 2, 4. That's automatically, this is 4 damage, right? 4 damage. Block the Siege Gang. Force the 4 damage. Take 8 damage total. I'm down to 3. Oh, darn it. Here comes Lava Coil. That's a Lava Coil if I've ever seen it. Yeah, pretty good. They send one in, they send two in. That means they better have. That means we have an out here, right? And the out is that we draw a removal spell. Oh, we drew a land. So down to 5. They go Chain Whirler. We die, but we gotta clear this off. The Siege Gang Commander can't stay alive anymore. 4 damage. 1, we die. I can't allow that. I mean, it's the same, right? They're still gonna hit me with. Essentially, it'd be the same. Block with Siege Gang. Send it upstairs. I'm down to 5. Go down to 1. If I sit back, I can block. They still attack with everything, and then send Siege Gang upstairs for more. At least this ensures that I get rid of the Siege Gang, I guess. Chain Whirler here kills me. Shock, anything at all. Another Siege Gang Commander. Phoenix. Okay. Removal spell. Specifically Contempt. Nah, never mind. Doesn't matter. We have no outs. And it's definitely not a forest. Alright, GG's. Dorky Porky will be our last round opponent. Good luck. Alright. Lost the last couple of games. Just need to get back on track here. Back on track. Opponent just mulliganed to 6. By no means does it mean they're out of the game, so... Oh, luckily we're mostly still a budget deck, because I don't count all the rares like Midnight Reaper, because you get one for free, for those that don't know. Yes, it's a rare, but you get one with the starter decks. You get a Vraska's Contempt, you get a Woodland Cemetery. So, although the deck list shows, like, I think, like, what, 7 or 8 rares, it's not actually. I want to play Midnight Reaper, so I'm going to go ahead and play the Golgari Guildgate now. I guess I could have played the Forest to see if I chanced. Okay, well, chance would have paid off. Midnight Reaper, pass, doesn't eat a shock, feels good. Means that if they also play Spellbreaker, if they haste it, then we can block it. Death Baron's gonna die, right? Right. Well, Death Baron means that, I guess, Midnight Reaper stays. Well, what is this? Deafening Clarion means we get to board refill here. Then we go Gravedigger, pull some of this. Oh, my lord. Nice! And we got there. Well, that concludes the league. We ended up getting more wins than losses, which is all we can always ask for. It always feels good. I believe we got... I don't know what our last matchup was. It seems like it was a Naya deck, but it did use Thran Temporal Gateway. But we did end up winning a majority of our matches. We won the last one. We lost a few to what would be just like one turn away moments, although we did get hilariously dunked on by Gates decks. Like, I feel like the Guildgate decks are so good against us, unless we have something like I don't know, a Judith or something that pings our opponent down after our zombies die. Midnight Reaper is great to ping ourselves, which is great because we draw a card, but we want something that pings the opponent so that it makes the sweepers a little more painful for them. Of course, Cry of the Carnarium is just like, well, you know, we got nothing to say about that. We just pack up our cards and then, you know, just move them to exile. Don't even question it. Don't worry about it, right? No sweat off. No, we're not going to worry about that one in our sleep because we can't do much about that. But I'd probably, like, if moving forward without a budget on this, I'd definitely look to maybe even adding, like, the Lich, the 5-drop. It seems like it'd be fun. I'd have to test it out some more. But I do know, automatically, safely, I could say I'd want 2 more Midnight Reapers. If rare, and, like, obviously a better mana base, so I would be able to play, like, Overgrown Tombs, full play set of those, a full play set of Woodland Cemeteries, because the amount of times where I would have, like, a Diagraph Ghoul or some 1-drop, or like that I couldn't play just because I had a tap land and like untapped forests, or because, you know, I'd like to go and get an untapped Woodland Cemetery at the lead with a forest, stuff like this. Yeah, the mana base was a little bit annoying, so definitely fix the mana base and then add 2 more Midnight Reapers so we can fill out our 3-drop slot, because right now the only thing in our 3-drop slot really is just Death Baron. I'd also like to add another, like, just exactly 1 more Liliana Untouched by Death and maybe a few Vraska's Contempts. And as I told you earlier, I'd like to maybe try a second Lothith Giant. I mean, after playing the league now, I definitely feel like a second one would have been nice because the amount of games we could close it out with Reach. would be very helpful. So 2 of those. I don't know how good Rhizome Lurcher is. It's just a budget option. It's nice to have I guess a 4 mana big body and whatnot. And Necrotic Wound was useful. It was useful considering how much we were like milling with Stitcher Supplier, Glowspore Shaman. It seemed pretty sweet in this style of deck. And the fact that it costs 1 mana is perfect. So thank you so much for coming back and watching another episode of Budget Arena. It is I, yours truly, your host, Krim, also known as the Asian Avenger. I had a blast making this video, bringing back the hordes of undead for the Golgari. And, you know, I did feel bad. We kept milling our Liliana Untouched by Death a few times, but hey, whatever. That's why we have this cool, sweet art from Therese Nielsen, right, as our background, so we can get more Liliana. And once again, if you like the content we make here at MTG Goldfish, leave a like and a subscribe. And, of course, to be notified when a brand new episode comes up on MTG Goldfish, hit the bell icon. Otherwise, it's Krim saying sayonara. I'll see you at the next one.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.